The Princess of Wales spends a day in Hull. Prince Albert II of Monaco visits southern Italy. The Belgian royal court makes an announcement regarding Princess Elizabeth of Belgium, Duchess of Brabant. And Queen Margrethe II of Denmark opens her new exhibition in Rungsted. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Friday, October 6th, 2023. Her Majesty, Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, arrived at the Karen Blixen Museum in Rungsted on Thursday to attend the opening of her exhibition entitled Portraits of Seduction. The Queen sets the scene for Ehrengard. As you may know by now, the Queen created the costumes and scenography for the Netflix film Ehrengard, The Art of Seduction. The exhibition showcases the Queen's costume sketches, selected costumes, and 41 decoupages accompanied by excerpts from the book Ehrengard by Karen Blixen. The book was published in 1963, shortly after her death. Per a press release about the exhibition, quote, "Is it a comedy or a tragedy?" The old lady, Ehrengard's storyteller, ponders, almost on behalf of Karen Blixen, who amused herself by challenging her readers. Is it a play, a painting, or a sonata? Karen Blixen called it both a piece of music and a playful version of Soren Kierkegaard's tragic portrait of seduction in The Seducer's Diary. Is there more to Karen Blixen's humorous approach to the story of intertwined seductions than just a joke? Karen Blixen worked on this tale for years, altering it over time, and then putting it away in a drawer. Is there a hidden secret here that she will not let us into? The Queen's fascinating decoupages are also full of secrets and humor, defying the accepted laws of composition within their fairy tale universe. End quote. Portraits of Seduction, The Queen Sets the Scene for Ehrengard, will be open to the public from October 6th through April 30th, 2024 at the Karen Blixen Museum in Rungsted. Her Majesty the Queen also stars in the new Netflix documentary entitled Lifting the Veil, Behind the Scenes of Ehrengard. A short synopsis reads as follows, quote, "The Queen and director Billy August showcase their meticulous attention to the sets and costumes of the Ehrengard film adaptation." End quote. If you're interested in watching the trailer for the documentary, in the link above and in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to the official YouTube channel for Netflix. On Thursday, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mary of Denmark visited the Danish hospital clowns at the Bispebjerg Hospital Center for Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services in Copenhagen. Established in 2003, the Danish hospital clowns currently consists of 70 trained hospital clowns who work every day across the country to bring smiles, laughter, and courage to sick and vulnerable children. According to a press release, quote, "The Danish hospital clowns work in close collaboration with the professional staff in children's wards, in child and youth psychiatric units, and within other specialized areas. The hospital clowns support and help many thousands of children through blood sampling, anesthesia, and create play and bursts of light when life in the hospital hurts." End quote. For the past several months, the Danish television network DR followed His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark for a new documentary entitled Prince Christian, A Royal Journey. Per a DR press release, quote, "DR has been allowed to follow Prince Christian on a unique journey. As the heir to the throne, growing up comes with a special responsibility. Therefore, he goes on an educational journey to learn more about the institutions that Denmark is built on. But the prince is not alone, because his father, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, is on the trip. Together, they are off with a clear mission to make Prince Christian more knowledgeable about the country he will one day be king of." End quote. Prince Christian, A Royal Journey will premiere on Saturday, October 14th, 2023 on DR1 at 7 p.m. and on DRTV at 6 a.m. DR will also cover all of the festivities on Sunday, October 15th, live, beginning at 10 a.m. At noon, Prince Christian will appear on the balcony at Frederiksberg Slot at Amalienborg. The network will also cover the arrivals of all the guests attending the glittering gala dinner hosted by Her Majesty the Queen at Christiansborg Slot, beginning at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, the Danish royal court confirmed that their Royal Highnesses Prince Joachim and Princess Marie of Denmark, Her Royal Highness Princess Benedicte of Denmark, Her Majesty Queen Anne Marie of Greece, and His Excellency Count Felix of Montpezat will attend Prince Christian's gala dinner on Sunday, October 15th. The following day, Princess Marie will carry out several engagements in Copenhagen, including her attendance at the Literature Prize of the Ambassadors of the Francophone countries to be held at the French Embassy in Copenhagen. On Thursday, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden attended the World Wildlife Fund's annual Fall Council meeting and awards presentation held at the First Terrace in Stockholm. The theme of yesterday's meeting was Forward Towards a Sustainable Business Life. In Zaragoza, Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor of Asturias, known as Lady Cadet Bourbon Ortiz, along with her fellow Lady and Knight cadets newly admitted to the Academia General Militar, visited the Basilica de Nuestra Señora del Pilar. The purpose of today's visit to the Basilica was to, quote, present offerings, end quote, as well as to pray and ask for protection and guidance from Our Lady of Pilar, the patron saint of Zaragoza. Tomorrow, the princess, along with her fellow Lady and Knight cadets, will take the oath of the flag at the Academia General Militar, with Their Majesties King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain presiding. Last evening in Granada, Their Majesties King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain welcomed the heads of state and government participating in the third summit of the European Political Community at Palacio de la Alhambra. Over 47 heads of state and government from across the continent will participate in the meeting, including Andorra, the Netherlands, Italy, Monaco, Liechtenstein, San Marino, Norway, Greece, Moldova, Armenia, Iceland, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and Serbia, to name a few. According to a press release from the Council of the European Union, the European political community aims to foster political dialogue and cooperation to address issues of common interest and strengthen the security, stability, and prosperity of the European continent. Prior to the welcoming dinner, the king held a meeting with the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. An hour later, Their Majesties, along with the Prime Minister of Spain, Mr. Pedro Sanchez, and his wife, arrived in the courtyard to officially welcome the heads of state and government of the European political community and their spouses. After the formal welcoming and a group photo, Their Majesties and their guests were treated to a flamenco show in the gardens. Once the show was over, Their Majesties and their guests attended a lovely dinner at the Palacio. His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to the Principality of Monaco at the Palais Princier in Monacoville. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, the Republic of Georgia, the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. On Wednesday, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco concluded his two-day visit to Reggio Calabria with a visit to the towns of Terranova, Sapo, Manulio, and Siminara. The purpose of the Sovereign Prince's visit was to retrace the footsteps of his ancestors, as well as to officially welcome the towns as members of the Site Historique Grimaldi de Monaco Association. The day began at the entrance to the town of Terranova Sapo Manulio, where the Sovereign Prince was warmly welcomed by the mayor, Ettore Tajani. After a few handshakes and a wave to the crowds, the Sovereign Prince unveiled the official Site Historique Grimaldi de Monaco sign. After a brief photo op for the press, the Sovereign Prince, the mayor, and dozens of local government representatives walked to the town square to attend an official welcoming ceremony. During the ceremony, the Sovereign Prince received honorary citizenship, and of course, he unveiled a commemorative plaque, one of many to come. Naturally. In the afternoon, the Sovereign Prince and the mayor visited the Mary Most Holy Assumption Church, attended a concert by the Gazana sisters, as well as attended a reception held in his honor. In the late afternoon, the Sovereign Prince arrived in the town of Siminara, another former Grimaldi stronghold. According to the Palais Princier, the town was, quote, overseen by the Grimaldis of Calabria in the 16th century, whose origins date back to the 13th century to Lanfranco Grimaldi, the father of René I, a direct ancestor of the sovereign, end quote. Upon his arrival, the Sovereign Prince was, well, naturally welcomed by the mayor, Giovanni Piccolo, and I'm pretty sure you know what's about to happen next, right? He unveiled yet another plaque at the town hall. I think we're at 156 plaques at this point, and signs. He's been all over Europe for the past couple of years, unveiling plaques, retracing his roots in Spain, France, and naturally Italy. You gotta love him, though. He's a really nice guy, I have to say. On a personal note, he really is a very kind gentleman. So, God bless Prince Albert. In Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg hosted a reception for 10 referees and judges brought together by the Luxembourg Sports Olympic Committee, who, well, refereed various European competitions in 2023. On Thursday, the Grand Duke attended the opening of the 2023 Home Expo and the National Housing Week held at the Lux Expo in Luxembourg City. In a press release from the Cour Grand Ducale, nearly 300 exhibitors from Luxembourg and the greater region are, quote, meeting until October 8th to inform the public about the access to housing and habitat in all its forms. The 2023 edition is being held in a real estate context affected by the economic slowdown and the rise in interest rates, causing numerous challenges for the entire sector. The Grand Duke is very attentive to the situation and spoke at length with professionals present, end quote. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, as honorary president of the Cancer Foundation Luxembourg, gave a pre-recorded speech for the National Cancer Registry's 10th anniversary celebrations. On Tuesday, the Grand Duchess attended the national tribute to the late French historian and the perpetual secretary of the Académie Française, Ms. Hélène Carrère-Dancause, held at the Les Invalides courtyard in Paris. Ms. Dancause passed away on August 5, 2023. She was 94 years old. In Brussels, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians held an audience this morning with the Belgian anthropologist and the director of the Virunga National Park in the eastern region of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Prince Emmanuel de Merode. According to the Belgian Royal Court, the discussion focused on the situation in the DRC, specifically the province of North Kivu, the protection of the Congolese biodiversity against illegal forest exploitation and poaching. In 2014, Prince Emmanuel was shot and wounded in a road ambush between Virunga National Park and Goma, the capital of North Kivu. On a side note, if Prince Emmanuel and Virunga sounds familiar to you, the national park was the subject of a powerful documentary. It's one of my favorite documentaries, 2014's Virunga, executive produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. The documentary was nominated for an Oscar and won a Peabody Award. The documentary tells the story of brave rangers who risk their lives every day to save one of Africa's oldest national parks and its endangered gorillas. As of today, over 150 rangers have lost their lives trying to save and protect the park's mountain gorillas. If you haven't seen this documentary, please do. It's simply incredible. On Thursday, Their Majesties King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians carried out a one-day visit to the province of Liège. The day began with a visit to the Joskin Company, which specializes in the production and sale of top-quality agricultural equipment. Thereafter, Their Majesties visited the Sousa Foundation, specialized university service for people with autism in Blenny. Meanwhile, the Belgian royal court confirmed that Her Royal Highness Princess Elizabeth of Belgium, Duchess of Brabant, will attend His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark's 18th birthday gala dinner at Christiansborg Slot in Copenhagen on Sunday, October 15th, 2023. On Thursday, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands paid a working visit to the Fix Brigade in Amsterdam. Established in 2018 by the organization Jungle Amsterdam, the Fix Brigade helps low-income residents save on energy consumption. Quote, "In addition to information and tips, the Fix Brigade carries out energy-saving measures in people's homes free of charge. The Fix team consists of people with a distance to the labor market, MBO trainees, status holders, and volunteers." This month, the Fix Brigade won the Sustainable Tuesday Prize, an award that promotes sustainable social initiatives. End quote. According to RVD, during the working visit, the Queen met with a local resident who spoke about how the Fix Brigade team has helped her with various issues in her home. The Queen also spent time with the Fix Brigade teachers and students, as well as stakeholders, about the importance and necessity of the company's work, but also about the challenges they face with it. In the afternoon, the Queen carried out a working visit to the Center of Expertise Applied Artificial Intelligence of the Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences. The focus of the visit was about the responsible use and application of artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands attended the 50th anniversary celebrations of the European Patent Convention held at the European Patent Office in Rijswijk. The treaty forms the basis of the European patent system, which protects the rights of inventors, researchers, and companies by granting, patents. In the afternoon, the King presided over the 2023 Royal Prize for Painting ceremony held at the Royal Palace in Amsterdam. According to RVD, the Royal Prize for Painting is intended to encourage young, talented painters in their work as artists. Visual artists up to the age of 35 working in the Netherlands can compete for the prize. 3 young artists were awarded and each received €9,000. After the ceremony, the King opened an exhibition that showcased the works of the winners and the other nominees. On Thursday, Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, participated in the Rugby League's Inclusivity Day, held at the Alam Sports Centre in Hull. The Princess participated in the event as patron of the Rugby Football League to see the positive impact the Disability Rugby League has on its participants and their families. Meanwhile, her husband, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, visited Sustainable Ventures in London. The Prince visited Europe's largest climate tech hub to learn about the efforts to support smaller businesses in scaling up. And finally, in Lisbon, Her Highness Infanta Maria Francisca de Bragança sat down for an exclusive television interview with TVI journalist Mr. Manuel Luis Gaucha ahead of tomorrow's royal wedding in Mafra. In the interview, the Infanta discusses her upcoming wedding, her soon-to-be husband, Mr. Duarte de Sousa Arijo Martins, where the newlyweds will live in the coming months, and much more. Mr. Gaucha also spoke with Her Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Bragança. If you're interested in watching the interviews, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to the videos on TVI. Also, the interviews are in Portuguese, and there are no English subtitles. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, October 7th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.